Welcome back to the Podgressives podcast, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dakota. I run the YouTube channel Dakota Talks. This is my co-host Ryder.
Hello, I'm here. I'm here to give some feedback.
Yeah, we're gonna yap. There's been some shit going on in the news. Some I was gonna say some good stuff, but there's not really. A lot of bad stuff.
Unless you're for like regime change for like private corporations.
Right. Yeah. I guess there's good news if you're like Lockheed Martin and you're excited to get into another war.
Yeah.
Or if it's bad shit. But or if you're Trump, if you're Stephen Miller and you want something to help justify further authoritarian crackdown on the American people, then you got a whole lot of stuff to be happy about actually. But if you're not those things, then pretty
Nothing's
bad.
good. Nothing's good. Everything's bad.
Pretty much. So we're gonna be talking. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
that's all you get.
That's pretty much the whole podcast. Nothing is good. Everything's bad.
No, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna read the headlines. So, Gaza official death toll, rises to over 70,000 dead, including I believe at least 20 to 30,000 children. But again, this is just the official death toll, which is counted through. These are people that they identified and were confirmed dead. There's likely thousands, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of more people that have died, buried under rubble, completely obliterated by bombs. Some of them were, not even, some of them are being buried, unofficially because they don't want to take them to a hospital because they can't afford it. They can't get anywhere. So the death toll is likely significantly higher than that. But we now know that officially at least 70,000 people have died in the genocide in Gaza. Also, 2 National Guard members were shot dead. One was shot dead in D.C. and the other one was injured by an Afghan national who worked with the CIA in Afghanistan closely with the U.S. somehow. And the response is fucking crazy. The situation is absolutely insane. We're going to be going over, what the potential motives could be, what caused this, and also the response and the reaction of the Republicans and how they're going to weaponize this to likely either go after Islam, is what Laurel Loomer wants them to do, or they're going to try to use it to go after all immigrants, which is what Trump's trying to do. Either way, we'll see what happens, and it's pretty fucking terrifying. And honestly, this was inevitable with the over-policing and worsening material conditions, and we'll get into that.
Yeah.
And then finally, we're also going to be going over the incoming war in Venezuela. We're doing regime change. New York Times opinion pieces talking about how, here's the case for overthrowing this sovereign nation. And fucking Trump's closing the airspace in Venezuela, and we'll see how that goes. So, yeah. We'll also talk about the future of the Democratic Party, because that's what we do. So, all right. Where do we start? Let's start with the death toll in Gaza.
Yeah, let's start with that.
I guess
we haven't talked about that very much.
Let's just kind of talk about this. So, in Gaza, obviously, there's been a 2-year genocide that's been being funded by the United States of America.
Yeah.
And it, quote unquote, came to an end when Trump pushed this ceasefire plan that has been violated by Israel upwards of 1,000 times.
Yeah, I mean, they've just violated it every day.
They have killed hundreds of people since the ceasefire came out, at least 300 plus people. I think probably more than that. And also violated the ceasefire in many other ways, including not allowing the amount of aid in that they were supposed to, according to the ceasefire. And it's bad. But the mainstream media has completely ignored and acted like it's completely over.
They're like, someone's interfering with the ceasefire. We don't know who, but it's just it just keeps happening. Yeah,
and even this NBC report that I got linked to my thing about the 70,000 people being killed in Gaza as the official death toll. The headline literally says, Gaza death toll rises to 70,000 as ceasefire is tested by repeated outbreaks of violence. A ceasefire between Israel and Hamas remains in effect as Gaza residents face hunger, flooding and the onset of bitter winter. Yeah, that's another thing is it's like, I mean, all of the houses, all of the schools, all of the hospitals, everything is destroyed in Gaza. It's essentially everything.
Yeah.
And so the people that live there are now having to deal with the oncoming winter, and it's going to be fucking bad. I mean, this is what happens. We see genocide, we see likely hundreds of thousands of people being killed.
Oh yeah, easily.
And then now the people who survive are sitting in rubble and they're going to freeze. They're going to starve. They're not allowing enough aid in. More people are still dying every single day because of repeated settler attacks and Israeli violence, and more, IDF soldiers shooting people because they're in the quote unquote buffer zone that's being established by the United States, America, and Israel. Even though Israel is the one that should be fucking have a buffer zone.
Yeah.
They're the fucking, like, the colonizers. Like, they're the ones doing the shit. And it's, they're dying from that, but they're also dying from hunger still, and they're also dying from the rubble, the dangers of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure buildings collapse randomly, and
I'm sure there's unstable buildings. I'm sure there's diseases. I mean, it's all of this stuff without hospitals, without, like, all this stuff is just going to get worse, and it's going to be very hard to reverse, but it's really fucked up.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's not over yet, though. It's not even close to over.
No, it's not. There's really no ceasefire in place, even though there technically is.
They slowed down bombing, but that doesn't mean they haven't been killing people.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean all their effects of the past 2 years has just gone away.
It's just like pushed under the rug.
Yeah, like
that's what they want. That's what they want it to be.
That's what they would like to happen. But it's also just, it's not like, even if we did fix all of the buildings right now, which is not going to happen, and we did allow in all of the aid, then we are back to what we had before, which is an apartheid state that is slowly but surely invading and stealing more and more land. Like, it's bullshit. But yeah, so don't keep your eyes off. Don't take your eyes off Gaza. It's still very important.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah. Okay. And also, one more thing about that is, like, I've seen people that, like, I follow from Gaza that, like, posted about how, since the ceasefire was announced, donations have slowed down, and now they're in a worse spot than they were when the genocide was happening, because it's not getting as much coverage, and they're not getting as much donations because it's not getting enough coverage. And so now they can't afford stuff even worse than what they couldn't afford while they were being bombed every day. And it's so shitty. So shitty.
Because I have seen reports of, like, Netanyahu is still not letting in, obviously, like, the
I think it's like 30% of the aid that they let in.
Yeah, it's like less than, it's definitely like way less of what they actually need, and it's just awful.
I'm trying to find the exact number. Oh, yeah,
it's
so
like
according
less than 1/3 or something.
This is on November 1st, so this might have changed a little bit, but Al Jazeera reported that they had only let in 24% of the agreed upon aid into Gaza at the time. So, and I don't think it's changed a whole lot. I think maybe it's 30%, but it hasn't gone up very much.
No.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about this National Guard stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
So in D.C., we had, was it thousands of National Guard troops? How many National Guard troops were deployed in D.C.?
It was, I think it might have been around that number.
They had deployed a few months ago. We talked about it extensively. They had deployed National Guard troops to D.C. They also did this in Chicago, right?
Chicago.
Or was it, did they deploy them in Chicago?
No.
I don't remember. They deployed them in D.C. for sure. They had deployed them in Memphis for sure. They deployed them in... They threatened to deploy them in Chicago. I don't know if they actually...
I don't think they ever did.
I lose track at this point.
Yeah.
They were deploying them to a bunch of black cities across America that have quote-unquote crime panics. But even though, despite the fact that, in D.C. specifically, crime has gone down significantly over the past 30 years. They don't mention that part. And yeah, no, it's just... They're just trying to crack down on... people of color, basically.
Because I think Pritzker, the governor of...
Pritzker, or Pritzker.
Illinois.
Yeah.
He was, like, threatening Trump and all that stuff, or, like, not backing down, and I think that, like, kind of, like, deterred that for a while. At least.
I'm trying to see. I don't know, but
unless they're gonna randomly
hundreds of National Guard troops will leave Portland and Chicago. So they were in Portland and they were in Chicago as well.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure that we got that right. But yeah, so in DC, I believe it was just also declared illegal, wasn't it? The deployment of National Guard
probably.
troops.
A lot of things have been declared illegal.
I believe it was just declared illegal. I should have prepared this beforehand. Yeah, where does it go? Yeah, they ruled that it was illegal.
Okay, yeah.
Deployment of the National Guard to DC.
Because I know, because I saw that somewhere recently. Where I see like where tariffs were illegal.
Oh yeah, that's also most likely going to be illegal.
Illegal.
Yeah, it says here
Trump's illegal. I don't know what else. Everything's illegal that they're doing.
Yeah, this is from the Attorney General of District of Columbia. It says From the beginning, we made clear that U.S. military should not be policing American citizens on American soil. Normalizing the use of military troops for domestic law enforcement sets a dangerous precedent where the president can disregard states' independence and deploy troops wherever he wants with no check or military power.
It was so funny because Republicans, during COVID and like just in general, in the Biden administration era, were like being like states' rights, independence from the federal government, and now obviously they've changed their attitude on that.
Yeah,
quite a bit. Because of Trump.
They're like, no Texas rights, but anywhere else.
Yeah,
we're getting you.
Yeah, we're gonna come in.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
And so the point is like we deployed all these National Guard troops to multiple different cities, and I mean the reason for this was cited as the crime panic that was going on, even though a lot of that was built on a lie, and an exaggeration, and I mean. We've talked about this extensively, how this kind of over-policing is only going to lead to
just
further, like, either incarceration or poverty or, like, it doesn't lead to good things. Like, we've talked about it very extensively, like, policing in general, in the current way we have it set up, leads to, like, more people being jailed for crimes and fails to address the root causes of the crime and doesn't even fix the crime because then when people go to prison, they don't have any sort of rehabilitative practices in there.
Yeah.
They're just shoved in a fucking cell with a bunch of other people who have the same bad material conditions that led them to that place. And then they get out of there and now they can't get a job because they've been to prison. And so then they're in an even worse spot and they're already fucked. So they might as well just continue this crime cycle. It's a cycle and it's fucked up.
Dude, I saw this like short video. I think it was by like the New York Times or it was by like some news outlet.
Yeah.
And it was talking about like Finland. Yeah, Finland. And their like prisons are like so like people would be like, what the hell is this really supposed to be a prison?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, like this guy who's
it's like the one that Epstein got.
I mean, literally though.
We only have prisons like that for elite pedophile billionaires.
Yeah.
Like that's literally it.
But it was so crazy. This guy was serving.
Don't you dare steal a fucking candy bar. You're going in a fucking torture dungeon. Solitary confinement.
Yeah, no. Like, but this like guy who was serving a life sentence was like literally like walking out of his cell to go into the pond because that's what they like to do in Finland. They like to go in the cold pond in the winter.
Yeah.
And no guards were out there with him. And then he just walked right back in. And then he had a laptop. He was like, yeah, I'm going to school. I'm actually getting a job at this like really nice like place. He was literally working remotely from the fucking jail.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's some crimes where that wouldn't be applicable, but there's some crimes where that would be applicable, I think.
They didn't say what he, like, got the life sentence for, but I assume it was maybe, like, I mean, I don't really even know.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, there's obviously, there's
but dude,
pedophiles, rapists, like, there's situations where there's, like, we don't want to just like, but the point is like
those whole Democrats point want to release everyone.
Yeah, the whole point of of prisons though is to rehabilitate people back into society. That's why we don't immediately, when someone steals something from a grocery store, we don't immediately lock them in prison for life because they're irreversible. We send them in there to rehabilitate them in theory, but that's not what we do because our prison systems are fucking run for profit, and that's not. Of course, they're not going to do that. And also, it's just there's not a focus on that. It's more of a focus on, well, if we further this over-policing agenda, then the prison companies make more money, and the prison companies are literally lobbying the government to make those over-policing policies. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But the point is that this National Guard deployment is just a logical further extension of that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's bullshit. Sure. It's also incredibly expensive. Like, we talked about it, how the amount that we were spending on National Guard was more expensive than if we just supplied public housing to people in Washington, D.C. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. But anyways, that was like even the people who worked at the jail were like just people who work in that like in industry in Finland were like, yeah, you need to like let them like learn and stuff in prison so they're not like behind the ball when they get out or if they do, you know. I don't know. It was really cool.
Like prisons make people more mentally ill most of the time. You don't usually go to prison and come out and be like, wow, I feel like a changed man. And you know, maybe you come back and you're like, Jesus Christ, like that was horrifying. But you don't come out being like, I understand that what my actions were wrong and that I shouldn't do those actions anymore. And that you also, a lot of times the crime is driven from a place of poverty and desperation that isn't fixed when you go to fucking prison. If anything, it's made worse. I can talk about that all day. But the point is, these National Guard troops, was bullshit. And we've talked about how like over policing like this, like we've seen it in black communities historically, and just people, communities of color historically, where over policing leads to police brutality, which also leads to resistance to police brutality, which then leads to further justification for more over policing, which leads to more police brutality and more resistance to police brutality. So what we saw with the National Guard troops, I mean, I thought this was inevitable. When I saw this headline, I was like, this is inevitable. We're over policing like crazy.
Yeah, people are going to get antsy.
People are going to retaliate. I'm not saying that it's good. I don't think this is a good thing. I mean, these National Guard troops weren't doing anything. Like these National Guard troops were not like, oh, I'm going to do a fascist takeover of DC. They were just fucking doing their job. Like they shouldn't have been shot and killed. It was horrible. But, I think that it's Trump's fault. I mean, he shouldn't have deployed them. He shouldn't have illegally deployed National Guard troops to over police a city that had a declining crime rate over the past 30 years. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And also with mixed over policing with worsening material conditions, this shit is inevitable.
Yeah.
This is going to happen, and it's all Trump's fault. It's all, I mean, it's more than Trump, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also like those National Guards people that were like on posts or whatever, like right outside the White House, weren't even from D.C. They were like from West Virginia.
They were from West Virginia, yeah.
So it's
they wouldn't have been there if Trump hadn't deployed them there.
They probably would have been with their family on Thanksgiving, but Trump's like, I need them.
Literally.
Bring them to me, please.
Exactly.
So I can imagine that some brown person's gonna try to kill me. Fuck, I don't know.
Literally. And yeah, it's I think honestly, like I don't think Trump's smart enough to have orchestrated this. I don't think that even though he was like worked with the CIA, I don't think he was like a CIA asset sleeper cell that was like being deployed to like I just think
I don't know. I think maybe it's possible.
I'm not saying it's not happening. I just think I don't want to jump there.
Yeah.
I think it's way more likely that this guy just I don't know.
He was probably fucking crazy already.
He was probably crazy. He probably I mean, I'm not going to justify it at all, but I think that the Stephen Millers of the administration, the more like fascist ideologues in the administration, were probably they wanted this shit. Like that was the whole point of the National Guard deployment, in my opinion, was like if we deploy these people here and then we have some sort of retaliation and things like that, and we have some sort of like outbreak because people are resisting it, then we can justify even more action like that.
Yeah,
and it was just found illegal. And then when this happened, Trump was like, "We're deploying more, like to DC, even though we can't."
What the fuck?
Or at least that's what I saw. I don't know if it ended up going through.
Yeah,
I don't think he can do that. But
no,
I mean, he can't do a lot of things, and he does them anyways.
Yeah.
So
let's be honest. Like the system that we have is just based on like your willingness to follow the order handed to you. It's not like I have to do this or I'm gonna get arrested or impeached. I mean, he's already been impeached twice and nothing really even happened about that.
Yeah.
And
because the executive has the power to interpret the judicial branch's rulings.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they can interpret it in a way that doesn't at all fit what the judicial branch was saying.
Yeah. Or they can just be like, fuck this. I'm not
they can just completely ignore it.
Yeah. I mean,
they're activist woke judges.
Yeah. Most of the judges are like literally Trump appointees or like
Heritage Foundation.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan.
Yeah,
appointees.
They're woke activists. Antifa.
Yeah, they're woke like BLM woke judges. I don't fucking know.
Blue haired.
Blue-haired judges.
These blue hair activist judges. These SJW judges. Okay.
Oh shit.
But let's talk about the reaction from the Republicans and how they've been trying to weaponize this act of violence. So first, let's talk about Laura Loomer.
Oh yeah,
far right political activist.
She's crazy.
Insane person.
Yeah.
Insane person.
Yeah.
Raging Zionist. Big supporter of Israel and close ally to Trump, or at least she was. I don't know if she might be too far right for Trump.
Probably still is.
She was criticizing the Republicans a little bit, but not enough. I don't think.
Saudi money.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Literally, she was criticizing. She was like, they're controlled by Islam because of Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? But okay, I wanted to read out this post that she had done.
Yeah.
This shit is crazy.
Oh yeah. Fucking
okay, well, wait, yeah. This one isn't even the crazy one. This is Laura Loomer on Twitter. She replied to Ron DeSantis and said, Ron DeSantis had tweeted out, he said, what are we doing to ourselves? In response to a video of this, like, I don't know, this Muslim guy talking about death to America or something. I don't know. Some Fox News weird, like,
Yeah.
Rage bait shit. And then Laura Loomer replied, "We have an Islam problem. Even Ron DeSantis recognizes this. DeSantis oversaw torture in Guantanamo Bay. Did you know that?" And then she said, "I think torturing jihadis at Guantanamo Bay and depriving them of their humanity was a good idea, and we should do it again. I think it needs to be more barbaric." That was what Laura
Dude,
Loomer,
that's fucking insane.
close ally to Trump, said on Twitter. In response to, I mean, this wasn't directly in response to that, but she has been going on a fucking Islamophobic spree on Twitter.
Islamophobia is like, it's going back up,
It is
like
making
more
a
than
comeback.
it was before.
Like this is like we're like post 9/11 era, like
I mean, yeah.
like Islamophobia right now.
Yeah.
This one's crazy. This is the crazier one. I mean, that one was fucking insane too. She's literally advocating for like torturing Muslims in which that I've watched documentaries about that recently about
But, like Guantanamo.
Guantanamo Bay,
Yeah,
and
how
the war
it's
on
like
terror and stuff.
It's like a zone where like they don't have to do like actual trials. They can do
Yeah.
like military trials and
And a lot of the people that we tortured there were not
yeah, they were like,
terrorists.
I think it was like,
terrorists.
it was kind of like how ICE is like apprehending like 80% of like, or
Exactly.
90% of like non-criminals. And that's kind of what we did.
It's
in
like the people we
Guantanamo.
sent to CCOT. It's a similar situation where it's
Yeah.
like you have a tattoo and you must be a what did they call him? Trinidad Aragua.
Yeah, Trinidad Agua.
You have a tattoo about autism awareness, or you have a tattoo about your mom. You must be a Trinidad Aragua terrorist.
Yeah.
This is Laura Loomer. She said this is directly in response to the thing we just talked about, the Afghanistan national CIA asset that shot the National Guard troops. Not saying he was activated by the CIA. We'll see.
Yeah.
What comes out about that.
Yeah,
Not
we'll have to
denying it,
wait.
but I don't think so.
It'll be something.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes out that that's the case, then I'm not going to deny it, but I don't see that being the case. But yeah, Laura Loomer says, "I don't think people realize what has happened. We are officially at war with Islam. Islam declared war on U.S. service members on U.S. soil. Secretary of War should respond by ordering military-style raids on every single mosque in America in a joint operation with DHS to mass deport every single non-citizen Muslim in our country. We are at war with Islam. U.S. soldiers are being murdered on American soil by Muslims who are killing in the name of Islam." This is crazy.
It's not like this religion's like this like death cult. Anyways,
Yeah.
they're just like,
It's so insane to me
it's
how
so stupid.
yeah, like this is just oh my god.
They're just like, they're all killers. We need to get them out of here.
yeah, dude, the Islam hate is fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's so gross. It's just like, I mean, obviously hate of any like group of people is gross, but like the one like being weaponized against this specific group right now is just so horrifying.
Yeah.
Especially because this person is obviously a raging Zionist, and that
I mean,
definitely has
dude,
something to do
think
with
about it. All this like Islamophobia just kind of started randomly.
It just came. It just. I think it popped up after October 7th, and
Yeah.
with the
that's
genocide in
probably what
Gaza.
it
I think
was.
that started making a comeback, but then it popped. I think more up when Zoran started winning, and it's. I mean, it's always been there for sure, but it's definitely been popping off recently. But she goes on to, she continues to say, U.S. soldiers are being murdered on American soil by Muslims who are killing in the name of Islam. This isn't hyperbole, or no, sorry. She said Americans should prepare accordingly. Buy ammo. This is just the beginning. No, this isn't hyperbole. And over 72,000 Afghan immigrants were airdropped all over the U.S. in
Bro,
2021. They're ticking time bombs waiting to explode. What? She says. She goes on to finally say, we must prepare to combat these enemy combatants who are likely planning more ambush-style attacks of jihad on service members and innocent Americans. Every devout Muslim is a foot soldier for Islam. The Trump administration should respond accordingly. Okay, so I mean, it's insane because up here she says, you know, we should, quote unquote, she literally advocates for raiding every single mosque in America to deport all the quote unquote non-citizen Muslims. But then if you go down to the bottom, she says every devout Muslim is a foot soldier for Islam. So, dude, she's so racist.
Yeah, no, she's insane.
So racist.
She's insane.
It's crazy.
I don't even fucking know.
I
Honestly.
don't know either. It's genuinely terrifying.
Just like, how?
Yeah,
Like, how the fuck do you get this in your head that like every like Muslim is just like a like jihadist,
Yeah.
Marxist or whatever the fuck.
Like we joke about that with like Zoran because it was like fucking stupid. They're like
Yeah.
he's a jihadi terrorist when he's like literally like not at all like in the
He
slightest.
wasn't even like people say he loved 9/11.
Yeah.
He was fucking 8 years old.
Yeah, he was a mastermind behind 9/11
Yeah.
when he was in the womb.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
No,
like,
it's-
what the fuck?
He was it's
These people don't know anything.
it's
They
stupid.
just are like, oh, he's Muslim, so he had something to do with 9/11.
Yeah. No, they're just straight up racist and they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, they don't.
But I don't understand the like just this amount of hatred. I just
Yeah.
don't fucking I can't wrap my brain around it. Like
They were listening to like all these the old alt-right people when 9/11 happened, and I don't know, I guess it just bricked their brains like really
guess.
bad. But still, it's just like, geez, you'd think you'd figure it out. Like, okay, those people were just kind of like cherry picked for the operation.
yeah. Yeah, right. I don't know.
They just already hated America enough already, and they're like, let's just run a plane into a building.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's always the actions of like terrorists are pretty much always like a imitation of like what the
Yeah.
bigger power has done to that country. You know, like I mean, especially like in the way that we responded to 9/11 was horrific and terrifying.
Yeah.
With I mean, killing hundreds of thousands of people in Afghanistan, hundreds of thousands of people in Iraq, an unrelated country,
Yeah.
based on a lie that there was weapons of mass destruction, which was completely false. Insane. Like we've
Yeah, no, it's,
I mean, historically we've fucked up those countries all over and over and
yeah.
over again. Like
yeah.
this kind of shit.
I'm not
it's
surprised when
horrifying.
I see videos of, I don't know, people saying death to America.
Yeah, like I'm not advocating for
Because-
death to America. I don't think
Yeah,
it's good.
no.
But it's like, of course they're gonna develop that position in that situation.
Yeah.
We have
Republicans
to.
just don't get that for some reason. They're just like, America
Yeah.
is perfect in every single way, and we did nothing wrong.
Literally, I just hate how it's the same thing with crime as it is with like with quote unquote terrorism and like
Yeah.
anti-American sentiment among like Middle Eastern countries and stuff. Like it's just. I just hate that we always have to, like Republicans and conservatives and even liberals sometimes always act like all this stuff happens in a vacuum. It's just like, oh no, they're just anti-American because they're Muslim. It's like, no, they're Muslim and they've faced like constant oppression. Either they live in America and they've faced constant Islamophobia and oppression that way, or they're in a different country where their country's been massively destabilized or like
Yeah.
bombed to shit and
then,
extracted
like,
for
yeah.
oil. And then they're anti-American because they've experienced that on the behest of American. It's like these things, and the same thing with like over policing and resistance to that. It's like, oh, these black people, they're just violent criminals. It's like, no, we have historic oppression and poverty, and they're in a place of more
Yeah.
desperation that we haven't fixed, and so they're committing crimes. And then they're being over policed, and then they're being brutalized and
Yeah, brutalized and then just like outcasted from society.
yeah.
And
I just hate it.
then, yeah. It's just like, you wonder why.
Yeah.
Some people are just kind of like, they're racist towards white people
Right.
or whatever. It's because that's just how they've been treated also.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just a
response.
it's just a response from like,
The response, the violence of like the oppressed is yeah, it's never gonna be. It's not just like it's not innate to the people that are being oppressed. It's the people who are doing the oppression
yeah,
that are causing that resistance. But
yeah,
it's the same thing what we saw in Israel. Like this is the thing. Like we always talk, like leftists like to talk about this, and conservatives and liberals don't always talk about it as much. But like
yeah.
all of these different human rights abuses and different situations are all interconnected. What
Yeah.
happened in Israel and in Palestine, like colonial project, an apartheid state,
South Africa.
constantly, expanding and stealing more territory and killing people in Gaza and the
Yeah.
West Bank and kidnapping people, having thousands of prisoners in horrifying detention centers or prison camps, concentration camps. And those people then, built this, more, militant reaction leading to what we saw on October 7th, which
Yeah.
is a reaction in the same way that like 9/11 was a reaction. It's something that's inevitable when you push people that hard. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, but neither is
No.
the oppression that leads to it.
Yeah.
And it makes it inevitable. It's just we just can't. We have to stop pretending like this stuff happens in a vacuum.
Yeah, no. And it's also sorry. It's also because like, leaders, politicians, they don't get that for some reason, and they're just like, oh, these agitators or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, they're monsters. We need to get them out. I'm just like,
It's like, no, that's the reason that they did what they did, because
Yeah.
of what you just said. It's like,
yeah,
it's like you've
just
been
like-
saying that before they did that, and now you just have a reason to
Yeah.
justify it, and this is exactly what you were doing all of that for.
it's
Very disturbing. But okay, let's also listen to this. This is Trump's speech about the National Guard shooting. I think this is worth watching because it's really concerning. He, instead of tying it back to Islam like Laura Loomer does, he ties it back to immigration, just immigrants in general, and wants to deport all of the immigrants.
A monstrous ambush-style attack just steps away from the White House. They'd been deputized as part of the most successful public safety and national security mission in the history of our nation.
By the way, not at all. I mean, like, short term, maybe a little bit successful in reducing crime in Memphis, but like not a long-term solution to any sort of crime. It's complete bullshit. It's going to lead to shit like this. It's just, fuck that.
The nation's capital. The D.C. Safe and Beautiful Task Force,
Sorry for the
which has
horrible audio.
achieved an unprecedented reduction in violent crime and crimes of all type.
Bullshit.
This heinous assault was an act of evil, an act of hatred, and an act of terror. It was a crime against our entire nation. It was a crime against humanity. The hearts of all Americans tonight are with those two members of the West Virginia National Guard and their families. The love of our entire country is pouring out for them, and we are lifting them up in our prayers. As we are filled with anguish and grief for those who were shot, we're also filled with righteous anger and ferocious resolve. As President of the United States, I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest
That's the other
possible-
thing when Trump goes on like TV and like says things like that, like this guy was an animal. It just like makes it worse
Yeah.
for like the other people that look like that are around and look
Yeah.
like that person that
Exactly.
shot them.
And he's gonna use that to say that the 72,000 people who were quote unquote dropped all over the U.S., as Laura Loomer says, by Biden, and he says that similar thing, and he talks about how these 20 million illegal alien migrants, criminals, are flooding the gates and murdering people. Like, he tries to draw that back, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, he's not just talking about this guy. He's trying to insinuate that all of them are like this, that a majority of them are like this, and that's why you have to spend an insane amount of money to deport them out of the country
Yeah, I know.
violently.
That's crazy.
price. I can report tonight that based on the best available information, the Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration.
Why is it a hellhole on earth?
Yeah.
I wonder what that's about.
I don't know.
And it probably just like happened like that, just naturally.
Natural causes
Yeah,
of
that's
having
what it is.
oil
Yeah,
in the
they
ground.
shouldn't have had that there.
Yeah.
Why were they there? They shouldn't have been there. We had to get oil there.
Yeah, we had to. We had to for the corporation.
Yeah,
You know? No, and then it's like, oh, I was gonna say something. Dude, I don't know. Oh no, I know what I was gonna say. I already told you this earlier, but this video literally sounds and looks like AI.
It does,
I don't
but
know.
this is on Fox News, and they are sourcing this from the WhiteHouse.gov, like the White House
oh
Twitter
my
account.
God, it's so crazy.
It is. I think it just has bad audio.
in
Yeah,
September
that's the other thing.
2021 on those infamous our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about. Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it. His status was extended under legislation signed by President Biden, a disastrous president, the worst in the history of our country.
You've been president for like a year now. Come on, man.
When you were watching, I was literally just like doing the hand,
Yeah, it's
like, just like
God, he's not moving his hands this time.
no.
That's how you know he's angry. When he just like holds onto the thing, he holds onto the podium instead of like moving his hands.
He's holding on
He's
for
like
dear
really
life.
getting into it.
Yeah.
This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat facing our nation. The last administration let in 20 million unknown and unvetted foreigners from all over the world, from places that you don't want to even know about. No country can tolerate
What
such
the
a risk.
fuck?
You don't even want to know about it.
The Rainforest Mental Asylum, that's where they all came
They all
from.
came from the asylums. Goddamn.
To our very survival. An example
dude.
is Minnesota, where hundreds of thousands of Somalians are ripping off our country and ripping apart that once great state. Billions of
Oh,
dollars.
dude,
are lost.
did you see where he called Tim Waltz like the R word?
I did
The
see
R
that.
slur?
Yeah.
And then like I think it was one of the states that Trump won redistrict, like a Republican was breaking with him.
Yeah. After that. Yeah.
After that, he's like, I can't, man.
Crazy. But yeah, no, I mean, this is insane. Like, he's like, this Afghanistan national that Biden let into the country.
And then
you know,
those
National Guard-
Somalians in
he's like,
Minnesota.
on a related note,
Yeah.
he's like literally saying like, he literally said this is a threat to like all American lives. And like, he's trying to insinuate that all these immigrants from all these different countries are all dangerous criminal aliens. Let's watch a little bit more of this.
Yeah.
And gangs of Somalians come from a country that doesn't even have a government, no laws, no water, no military, no nothing. As their representatives in our country preach to us about our Constitution and how our country is no good. We're not going to put up with these kind of assaults on law and order by people who shouldn't even be in our country. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who
Or maybe just don't fucking deploy the National Guard to illegally
Yeah.
to a fucking city that has had a precipitous decline in crime over the past 30 fucking years.
No, we need to, for safety reasons. For like a week, and then after that, another National Guard person will get, murked.
Yeah, dude, this is so
Some like
fucking
insane,
stupid.
like another insane like CIA asset. That's
Yeah.
on that's the marbles have been loosened.
This is so crazy. Like he's literally. This is so. It's just so fucking racist. Like it's just
Yeah.
there's no other way to
Yeah,
say
no,
it.
it
It's
is.
just-
It's
It's
just
just like this one immigrant did something bad. All of them are bad. Get them all the hell out of here.
yeah. No, I did see though when he was saying about the re-examining stuff, where like they're just gonna re-examine all the visas now, which means they're probably gonna just like remove all the people that were like came in.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, yeah. Dude, it's scary.
Yeah, I know it is.
I don't know. I hope it doesn't go too far. I hope that they have a rift. It seems like one of them is like, we should go after Islam. The other one's like, we should go after the brown people too. All of the brown people, not just Islam.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they clash and nothing gets done.
Yeah, that's probably what will happen.
I hope
to be
so.
honest.
It sucks. It's like we're having a conversation like, should we get the Muslims out or the
Yeah.
Somalians and the Muslims?
Dude, this is like a classic America now, where it's like, well, I hope they fight so much that they can't get
I
anything
hope the
done.
fascists don't agree so that we can like not have anything happen so we can maintain the status quo that's already shit.
Yeah. So like,
Okay.
so at least a couple other immigrant families don't like get harassed.
Literally, I mean,
like
they're gonna. It's
yeah.
gonna happen anyways. It's probably gonna be bad. I'm
Yeah.
very concerned to see where this goes. But in brighter news, in South America, actually,
Oh, yeah.
not at all brighter news.
no, just
maybe
keep going,
worse.
keep going.
Maybe worst news.
No, in brighter news for all the private,
yeah,
like
right. That's right.
companies that are gonna probably plunder Venezuela in like a couple months.
Yeah, this is a special report to Lockheed Martin and
ExxonMobil, Chevron, Shell, and,
Yeah.
BP.
This is a special military industrial complex report.
Yeah.
They are jumping in their seats. They are excited. They're gonna do a coup. We're gonna do CIA
Dude,
overthrow.
It's so crazy because I remember like watching these like 3 hour long like videos that like
about like CIA coups.
about CIA coups, and it's like the fucking like
I used to
United
watch one in real time.
now you get to watch one. Like I remember United Fruit Company tried to overthrow or did overthrow. I think it was Colombia or one of I don't know South American countries because the leftist candidate that won democratically was gonna like do land redistribution, and they didn't like that obviously, and then they overthrew him. I think they killed
That's
him.
genocide,
or something.
you know.
Yeah, it's a land genocide.
It's a land genocide. That's genocide on the capitalist.
Yeah,
That's capitalist genocide.
yeah, capitalist genocide. But I mean, like,
progressive taxation is actually genocide.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
It's genocide to all the profits.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Profit genocide.
Profit genocide. But yeah, so in Venezuela, it's pretty terrifying actually. What is it? So you brought the article about it, like,
oh yeah, just
Trump-
look on the.
here, you want this?
Yeah, let me see this shit. So yeah, so Trump. This was 14 hours ago. So yesterday. What is it? November 29th.
And this could change a lot.
Yeah, it might change.
We're recording this
Who
on
knows?
November 30th. This is coming out on
Yeah.
December 2nd. So a lot could change in the next
Yeah.
couple days.
But Venezuela condemns Trump's airspace closure warning. Okay. So Venezuela has condemned U.S. President Trump's statement that the airspace around the country should be considered closed. And the country's foreign ministry called Trump's comments another extravagant, illegal, and unjustified aggression against the Venezuelan people. It's so crazy. Isn't it crazy that the U.S. can just be like, Venezuelan airspace is considered closed and just no one travels over it?
Yeah.
After
It's,
that.
it's
They're
just happened. Like
it happens.
There's been like shown images of like people, all the planes going around
Yeah.
Venezuela because their airspaces are closed now.
Yeah. It literally says Trump wrote on Truth, quote, to all the airline pilots, drug dealers, and human traffickers, please consider the airspace above and surrounding Venezuela closed to in its entirety.
I bet that's literally, oh my God, that's crazy.
And
Our president fucking goes on Truth
he literally, it's
Social.
crazy. He was like, airlines and pilots. I'm like, same thing, right? But it's funny
Yeah.
that he went drug dealers and human traffickers. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, Trump, there's already a bunch of fucking, like, Navy aircraft, battleships, just, like, waiting,
Yeah.
like, in international waters.
And wasn't the CIA also? I know
Oh,
the CIA
yeah.
was authorized to do like covert
Yeah,
action.
so CIA was also authorized to do, like, covert operations, like, a month ago, I think. But now it's just starting to, like...
And we
there's-
know this
there-
because it was covert.
yeah, and like it got leaked or something. But now it's like it could happen any day. I saw something yesterday where like the covert operations could happen like any day now. It's gonna be crazy when the news breaks.
It is.
All,
I'm scared,
all
I'm
of Trump's
scared.
supporters are just gonna be like, "I'm going to war, baby."
Yeah, literally. Like, what the fuck? Like, we vote. Like, I didn't vote for him, but but like,
Dakota, you've definitely voted for Trump.
oh yeah, I
remember?
love me. I'm MAGA all the way. I'm a MAGA leftist actually. I'm Zoran for Trump or MAGA for Trump. I mean, Zoran.
Yeah, you're one of those MAGA for Zoran.
There was that one guy. He was probably
Oh,
so
yeah.
happy. We didn't even talk about that. Maybe we'll get into that in a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's genuinely terrifying. I mean, people who voted for Trump, most of them voted because they want to see an end of the war and they want to see their groceries prices go down.
None of
Grocery
that.
prices has gone up.
It's literally the opposite of what's happening.
Everything has gotten more expensive
Yeah.
significantly,
Yeah.
and we've only started worse.
No, I saw this is kind of unrelated, but it kind of goes back to like the pricing thing, where Americans are spending another year of record, like it's gonna be like 9% from what it was last Black Friday. They're spending this year, and then someone retweeted it and posted it on Instagram. They're like, how much of this are they putting on a credit card though? I'm like, all of it,
Yeah,
like all of it.
I'm sure credit card debt is hit a record high as well.
Oh yeah, no credit card. But anyways, like, so yeah, the invasion is probably gonna happen like probably within a couple days or
It's
something.
like it's happening.
I mean,
at
it's
this point.
definitely they're staging for it for
Unless
sure.
they're just trying to threaten them, but like I don't know. It seems
And then
like
like
it's
the
inevitable at this
what was
point.
that other like South American like president that like
We bailed out.
not we bailed out
Argentina?
not Argentina but the other like leftist guy. I think isn't he the president of Colombia? Is the president of Colombia, right?
I'm not sure.
Pedro. Let me see. I think they have it somewhere in
Maybe.
there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fellow left wing Gustavo. Wait, no, yeah, it's Colombia. It's that one guy that when he went to the UN, he like did the pro-Palestinian protest outside of the UN.
Yeah,
And then he like
yeah.
got like pretty much deported like right after that. But
do remember that.
remember when he did that speech about like the invasion? He's like, the clan of pedophiles are gonna,
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. I do remember that. I
I
remember
like
seeing
that
that.
speech. I like that guy. He's a good president of that country. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
it's
Con-
terrifying.
Dude, it's funny. So, wait, here we go. Some Democratic and Republican members of U.S. Congress have expressed anger over Trump that has not sought legislative approval. Trump's reckless actions towards Venezuela are pushing America closer and closer to another foreign war. Top Senate Democrat Chuck Schumer posted on X Sunday, quote, "Under our Constitution, Congress has the sole power to declare war."
He's right.
Yeah, he is. He's right.
Technically, the Congress has to declare war, but also, I mean, we haven't declared war since like Vietnam. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
So, like, I mean, we didn't declare.
even
I don't even think we declared war in Iraq or Afghanistan.
no. I think maybe the last major war, like big war that we had, like that actually declared war, was like World War II, Vietnam,
Yeah.
and then we had a Korean War, but I don't think that was declared.
Yeah, probably not.
I
I
don't
mean,
think so.
we don't. Yeah, we don't really ever do it. I mean,
We're just like, we'll do it, but we don't really want to. We just kind of want to get going, you know?
yeah, because
Like-
the executive branch has the power of the sword, is what it's called. So they
Yeah.
have the power to send troops wherever they want to.
But isn't it like for a limited time? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's for,
technically they
like-
can't do full on
it's
wars,
like
but they
60
do
days or
anyways.
something. Yeah, oh yeah, no. Especially if Congress is,
Because they have to get congressional approval, hypothetically. But yeah, there's a lot of times that doesn't really happen anyways.
at least our beautiful, brave leader Chuck Schumer's on the case.
Yeah, he's fighting. He's fighting hard to stop it.
But yeah.
Stop the invasion.
Oh my god, dude. Hopefully Chuck Schumer, if like Trump does go to war, like they need to just, I don't know, they need to do fucking something. They can't.
Ugh.
Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries can't just send another strongly worded letter
Yeah,
to Trump because it's not gonna work.
yeah.
And then like you have to think like, what if Zoran just did something? I mean, shit, Trump is not gonna show a Trump 2028 hat and like laugh in his face.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
He's gonna be like, "I love you, Zoran. Let me kiss your beautiful lips."
Lord have mercy. No, that was actually so funny though. Like with Zoran,
Yeah.
like he went into the White House. It kind of makes sense, but like Trump was just like, this guy's great. We agree on a lot of stuff. And like and Zoran's asked like, you've talked about the U.S. government committing a genocide in Gaza, and he's like, oh, well, I've talked about the Israeli government committing genocide with the backing of the United States government, and then Trump's like nodding, sitting next to him. Like, I don't think anyone's ever said that in the White House in front of the press pool.
No, yeah,
And,
no one has.
Yeah, it's wild. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Dude.
And then we also saw him question on like, do you think Donald Trump is a fascist? And Trump was like, you can just call me a fascist. It's okay. I'll let you do it. I give you the pass.
I give you the F word back.
Yeah, you can say it. Don't worry. Say it just for the one time.
Yeah. Dude.
It's too
Oh
good.
my god.
But no, I think Zoran dog walked him. Like
Oh no, for sure.
Zoran's popular, Trump's not, and he wants to be popular, and he thinks that Zoran. Trump doesn't have an ideology. He's just, I want
No,
money,
yeah.
I want this, and the last person that talked to me, if they're charismatic or they're convincing, then that's my ideology until the next person
Yeah.
talks to me, and that's
Until
I think what
like
happened.
until he like talks with like
Stephen Miller.
yeah, Stephen Miller or like Pete Hegseth or someone. They're
Yeah.
like, Trump, we don't like Zoran's the type we want to get out of the
He's a
country.
communist, remember? He's like, oh yeah, that's right.
I forgot. Sorry.
I forgot he was a communist. I thought he. And then he was also. Even Trump defended him. He was like, Zoran Mamdani's not a jihadist.
Yeah.
It's like, I
And that-
never thought that was
What was
gonna
that
happen.
one like Republican that's running for New York governor? One governor where she's like really anti-Muslim and like
I forget what her name is, but she's like, yeah,
he just destroyed her argument.
because she's literally been calling him a jihadist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like what's that one like right-wing radio host in New York City that like went on air with Cuomo and telling how like Zoran's gonna cheer on another? He went like I was watching a Son clip about it.
Yeah.
And one of his chatters was like, does this guy have eyelids? Because dude, in the video, the lighting was obviously really bad. And then you could literally, it looked like his eyes were closed like this.
He was
He's
taking
like,
on that.
I don't agree with you, Mr. President. I think he's
Lord.
a jihadist terrorist. I want New York to be safe.
That's crazy.
I hate Muslims.
Yeah. God.
It's so fucking crazy.
It's. I feel like we are seeing a genuine uprising though in the Democratic Party, and I think
Yeah.
we are going to see genuine progressives
Oh,
win out.
do you want to talk
and-
about Ro Khanna stuff?
Yeah.
I was gonna, yeah.
That's what I was gonna like segue
Yeah.
from that. So like we saw with Zoran his amazing victory. We saw also in my local House delegate, Virginia
yeah.
House delegates, Sam Rasool,
Sam Rasool.
who is a leftist he's Palestinian Muslim, and he lives in like the Bible Belt of Virginia. And he won by like 20, 30 points.
He won by a shit
I think he
ton.
got 60% of the vote.
Yeah.
So he cooked.
He
and-
cooked that one guy.
And he's uncompromising in pro-Palestinian beliefs and anti-corruption and stuff like that. And he's great. But yeah, So we need more people like that, and I think those people are overwhelmingly the most popular.
I feel like next year when the prime what is the fuck midterms, that's what
Yeah.
it is. I think we'll see a greater movement, hopefully in the right direction. Not just like centrist Democrats, hopefully not, but more like, populist left.
Yeah. I think the
Flank.
left flank is going to have a big uprising. I hope.
Yeah.
Because if we continue this like centrist corporate bullshit, it's just we're just going to inevitably have another Trump in 2020 or 2032.
We'll just have Trump.
Yeah, we're probably
We'll just have
I
Trump
only the
again.
reason I don't say that is because
Yeah.
he's probably going to be dead by 2032. Because I think there's no doubt we're going to win back Congress and the presidency. Not that it's going to be in no fight, but I think with how Trump is so incredibly unpopular.
I feel like if there's a good left populist flank,
Yeah.
that flanks the centrist Democrats and stuff, I feel like you'll see a lot of Trump voters that are genuinely like, I just want my prices lowered,
Yeah.
stop killing people abroad, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think they might even move some of them towards them, and Democrats are like, no, we want to be centrist and then move the Republicans our way.
Yeah. Like they're literally like, no, we want to like stay doing nothing.
Yeah.
And make people only vote for us when other people get really bad. Like we want to only be the opposition, quote unquote, candidate.
Yeah.
We don't want to actually stand for anything.
And like the other thing is like maybe the filibuster will get removed,
Be good.
and then the Democrats will actually have to be like, they'll have to vote in a good way and not be like, we can't do it, there's not enough.
Yeah, they like the filibuster is there essentially. It's a tradition that doesn't need to be there. 10-1 stamps out progressive legislation, and it makes it so that like centrist corporate Democrats that get all this funding money that they don't want to vote for this progressive legislation because it'll hurt their bottom line, but because of the filibuster they can vote for it,
Yeah.
make their base happy, while also not actually having to pass that legislation and be responsible for their voting pattern, and that should just go away. That's bullshit.
I also saw something where like Hakeem Jeffries has gotten like more than $1 million in all of his AIPAC donations.
Yeah.
So I saw it was funny. It was like a couple $100,000 for his first like campaign, another couple $100 for his second campaign, and then like I guess for just this year so far it's like 7,000.
I am kind of disappointed with Zoran Mamdani for not wanting to primary Hakeem Jeffries, but I do understand the like political, like he doesn't want to fight the political battle, and Hakeem Jeffries is unfortunately popular in his district, and Hakeem Jeffries, if he does win his district, could make Zoran Mamdani's life harder and job harder to achieve affordability. But still, I feel like he shouldn't have been so strongly opposed to the primarying, because we need to get Hakeem Jeffries the fuck out of there because he's horrible. He's horrible.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so this is, I wanted to pull this up.
Yeah, pull it up.
Ro Khanna, he is a Democratic House member in California.
You
And
actually met him, right?
I did, yeah. When I was at VidCon, he was at VidCon.
That's
He
cool.
was at VidCon doing a talk about, I don't know, politics, basically, and YouTube and like the mixing of social media and stuff. And I asked him, because at the time he was talking about Elon Musk. It was when Elon Musk and Trump were breaking up, and I asked him because he had been talking about how like we should take Elon's money in the Democratic Party and stuff, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he was just like, "Oh, I didn't really mean that." But despite that, he's been doing really good stuff, and I don't really care about that if he's gonna do stuff like this. So he came out. This is around Thanksgiving, and he said that he's tweeted this like or Substacked this like multiple different times that I've seen. He said, "Thanksgiving Day agenda: Medicare for all, ban private equity from buying homes, free public college, 1,000 trade schools, $10 a day childcare, take on meat packers and food corporations to lower grocery bills, billionaire wealth tax, living wage and workers share in profits, 21st century Marshall Plan for America, ban PACs and super PACs, release the Epstein files."
You know, it's funny if a Republican read that, they're like, Marshall Plan, the Democrats are going to take over the country.
Martial law.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Trump
Trump-
has
yeah.
National Guard everywhere.
Yeah, Trump's like slowly trying to normalize it.
And they have a fucking
America.
Gestapo running around the street masked in fucking moving trucks to kidnap random people.
They're like, oh, that's just normal, right?
That's good. No, that's cool. That's a good kind of martial law.
Yeah.
I like
Oh
martial
my-
law when it goes after people of color. Now when it comes after me, that's also not what this means.
Yeah,
It's
no.
a different kind of martial.
It's just like a central planning
Yeah.
plan.
But yeah, so the like this should be like the bare minimum. This should be what every single Democratic House member and Senate member and presidential candidate should say. If they don't say this shit, I mean, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, get out, because
Yeah.
we don't need you. You're literally like this centrist bullshit that we have. 86 Democrats in the House just voted to condemn socialism the day that Zohran Mamdani met with Trump.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we doing? Hakeem Jeffries did that too. Like, what the fuck are we
Yeah,
doing?
it was like I saw Fox News plastered it all on the thing. It was like top Dems condemn socialism, Hakeem Jeffries, and like
They condemned the horrors and ravages of socialism.
what does it mean when they can? Does it just mean? Is it just like a thing?
It's a nothing burger.
Yeah, no,
It's
yeah.
just a fucking it's just like writing a strongly worded letter. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Oh my
Like,
god!
fuck off here.
Yeah.
This is not the issue. No one cares. Socialism.
It's funny they did that when Zoran like just happened to come to the White House. that
Yeah.
day.
Where's the fucking? I think it was definitely planned that way.
Yeah, oh, yeah, no. it was.
Where's the fucking condemnation for fascism?
No,
Where's
no,
that at?
no, no.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like, we have a moment right now. We have fascists in the White House. We have National Guard troops being deployed to various different cities to overpolice them. We have masked, lawless Gestapos riding around in unmarked cars in plain clothes,
Coda, you're
abducting
just-
random people in cars. Most of them have no criminal records, sending them to fucking horrifying camps. Some of which in foreign gulags. We also have fucking this dude who's like, I mean, it's just crazy. Like the fact
Yeah,
that
no,
we can
it's-
look at the situation and go, wow, this guy who has like an economic populist agenda to make lives more affordable and help, people of color and just everyone in a city. That's the real issue right now. Like, get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
No, Dakota, you don't understand.
Yeah.
You're
No, but
right.
capital.
Yeah.
What about the capital?
Yeah, and then you're being violent when you call him a fascist and
Yeah.
like Gestapo. No,
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 no.
no.
Don't do that. That's
Don't pay attention to the masked guy
Anything.
coming in here. Yeah, don't pay attention to nothing.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Close your eyes and it all
remember
looks
those?
good.
Remember the mental asylums that they emptied into our country?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I remember.
all those,
when you
like,
told that lie.
All those like 10 trans people that
Yeah.
compete in sports across the
Yeah,
country.
that's true. I always forget about those 10 trans athletes in the nationally in college sports. That's a real issue facing our time right now. Socialism is
So-
scary.
Yeah, socialism. You'd have like 100 trans.
You would have 11 instead of 10
Yeah.
if we had socialism.
Oh my god.
This is just such bullshit. Like,
Socialism works because Cuba has socialism.
but Cuba is.
And then they've been under like what is it? Fucking sanctions. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Sanctions from the United States for like 50 years and they're like
Despite that, they have like way
they're
better
fine.
medical care
they have
than us.
way better medical care. They have old cars, but I mean, people still get around.
Yeah. Socialism is not like this horrifying authoritarian government. It's literally like a different organization of the economy that is like
Yeah.
a way in which it's essentially based on the common need and allows for workers to own the means of production.
What? No!
and
No, it's also
yeah.
like so funny to see like, oh my god, dude! CNBC came out of the woodworks when Zoran was running. Like, I mean, I knew like they were pretty much all like centrist like people, but I don't know. It was crazy. And all,
crazy.
but now they're like, oh yeah, Zoran's great.
Yeah.
we can work with him.
yeah,
We can figure something out. Like it's oh shit. Like it's so funny.
the socialism scare is wild to me. It's like
I know.
we literally have this crazy fascist in the White House, and you're sitting here going like, yeah, but no, the real thing that we need to worry about is like the workers owning the means of production and like having better working conditions and a livable wage.
Someone on Fox News freaked out when they said that. And they were like, he's for workers owning the means of production.
That's communism.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. They're so. I love when they're like scared.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But no, I mean, the reason that like people are so scared and the reason that, they're voting to condemn socialism is because they are scared of socialism because it'll hurt their donors. That's why they voted for it, to be clear.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah. No.
their donors, the donors are scared.
Yeah.
Like they don't like socialism because that hurts their profits because socialism is not it's not a system built on profit for the select few. It's a system built
Yeah.
on socializing that profit because right now the profits that are generated by companies, by corporations, like any corporation ever,
Yeah.
is built on the workers' backs, and it's built through like extracting of the wages of the employee. The employee works a job, they provide value to the company, and they're paid for that value that they provide to the company, but they are only paid the amount that they are paid because they are generating more value than that for the company. That's
Yeah.
why the company can pay people to do jobs and make a profit from it, because those people are providing more value than they're being paid. And those profits that the company builds are built on the backs of those workers and are concentrated at the top. And the whole idea of socialism is just socializing in the same way that they're socially built, socializing those profits to the workers.
Yeah.
Like, that's a scary idea. That's like that. And fascism, like this outgroup where we should mass deport 30 million people, or
Yeah.
you ask Tucker Carlson, it's 65 million people.
Yeah, the entire Latino.
Yes,
population.
Laura Loomer, we gotta go in and invade every single mosque in America, and everyone should buy ammo and
God.
arm themselves against Islam. Like, these are just completely different ideologies. One of them is
Yeah.
inherently helpful to the majority of people, and one of them is inherently harmful. It's just
Yeah, no.
not the same thing, and we should condemn one, and
Oh,
we should
yeah.
embrace the other one. It's the bottom line.
Yeah, no, we should. Because Laura Loomer's like, we gotta invade all these
That's crazy.
religious
I
sites.
can't get over that.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Imagine if imagine if someone said that about like
A
churches.
church? Yeah.
Yeah, they would be in jail
Yeah.
by now.
I mean, can you imagine if Zoran Mamdani got on a stage or not Zoran Mamdani? Let's say Hassan Piker. Can you imagine if Hassan Piker went on stream and was like, "We should invade every single Catholic church and like take them at gunpoint out." Dude, they would go fucking crazy because I mean, and I think like I don't think we should do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Catholic and evangelical Christians and stuff like that have like been a domineering force in a lot of things that have been wrong in the country. Not that I'm not calling them like, we got to take over. We're at war with Christians. I just think like this
You heard it here first, folks.
this oppressor, they've historically been the oppressor, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of evangelical Zionists and a lot of evangelical Christians that are in government, and just because they've been such a top group throughout history. But yeah, like we would never advocate for that because
No.
we don't do shit like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just fucking crazy to me. But anyways,
Yeah.
all right. Well, with that,
Yeah, with all that,
thanks for listening.
yeah,
and
thank
watching.
you guys.
Subscribe.
We're gonna
like,
start.
comment.
We're gonna start back up on posting every week now.
Yeah, we'll be back to posting every Tuesday.
We just why didn't we? Oh, I don't. Oh, my wisdom teeth.
Thanksgiving. You also had your wisdom teeth taken out.
Yeah, I got my wisdom teeth taken out.
I had to grind, so we had to skip last week, but we'll be back every week going forward.
Let's try to do a year straight without missing a week. I think we
52
can do
weeks. We can try.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
that. All right.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys for
Subscribe,
watching.
like, comment, rate 5 stars, whatever you got to do. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, do all that stuff.